4 in the SEC.
What a crazy environment. What an exciting place to be. Oxford, Mississippi is all lit up tonight here, and they're ready to go.
It has been over 10 years since Ole Miss celebrated a win at home against LSU. They upset the Tigers on the road a year ago. Johnson steps back on the baseline, knocks it down, and then a nice stare into the student section heading the other way. Starting lineup for Ole Miss does not include Sirachinu. Out for a period of time. They hope to have her back for the postseason. Tiana Thompson gets the start in her stead. And here is Cotie McMahon, the transfer from Ohio State, knocking down her first shot of the night. The starting 5 for the Tigers: Flau'jae, joined by Amaya Joyner, Michaela Williams, Jada Richard, and Zakiya Johnson. MiLaysia Fulwiley, as usual, the spark off the bench, and a quick foul here on Cotie McMahon, her first.
Cotie's got to have a little bit better discipline. I know she's all pumped up off that 39, and she hits a big 3 off that offensive rebound by Lattimore. But she cannot get in foul trouble for Ole Miss.
LSU comes in scoring nearly 96 points per game, on pace for an SEC single-season record. And the long rebound comes all the way back out to Williams. Flau'jae, the fade on the cut, and another glance towards the students.
We'll take a couple of stars hitting early shots. You know, this is where the size advantage for Ole Miss on the front line could be an advantage. LSU starts 4 guards in their starting lineup.
McMahon misses there. Yeah, they go Latasha Lattimore at 6'4", Christine Iwala 6'3" along that front line. Williams, and hers bounces over the window. Kim Mulkey now in her 5th season back in the state of Louisiana. 4 national titles, one of those with the Tigers in 2023. Last year, their run in the postseason ended in the Elite 8. Higher expectations, as always, at LSU to get back to the Final Four.
Beth, when you go Coach Mulkey at LSU and at La Tech, her 41 years involved as a coach, 40 of which she's been to the NCAA tournament. There's a lot of consistency in winning.
Also a reminder, with the Winter Olympics going on, Mulkey is a gold medalist with Team USA back in her playing days.
Ole Miss is known for their defensive pressure, disrupt and disturb, keep teams off balance offensively. 6th best scoring defense in the power leagues. They want to dictate, and they've taken LSU deep into the shot clock and forced a tough 2, and Michaela Williams delivers.
They've hit 3 of their first 5 shots to open up the game.
This is going to be a game where the ball's going to bounce more than it passes. So that means you're going to have to attack closeouts, and you're going to have to be able to make free throws.
Corner J won't go from Poe. And here comes LSU on the run. Johnson, and a patient whistle and a foul. The pretty feed from Zakiya Johnson.
And one of the advantages of playing with 4 guards is you put Michaela Williams in any ball screen, anywhere you want on the court, and she can deliver, and that's exactly what she does here. Off balance, misdirection, off the ball screen, gets to the middle of the floor and can make a play.
Johnson hits the free throw, off to a good start for the senior from Savannah.
So important for her to hit free throws early too,
Yes.
Beth, because she missed 2 critical free throws in the South Carolina game that would have iced the game possibly, or certainly gave them a lead late in the game.
They ended up dropping that one to South Carolina, and the Gamecocks in firm control now of first place in the SEC. They control their own destiny. Baseline move is a strong one from Lattimore, the grad student from Toronto.
And when Lattimore goes off the bounce like that at 6'4", that's a lot of size with a 6'10" wingspan to finish inside.
Williams working on that high pick and roll. Flau'jae sidesteps for 3, and she is feeling it. And a fingertip to the lips steps to shush the crowd.
3 for 3 and counting a step back triple.
And then she commits the foul, trying to help out on defense.
Flau'jae is ready. I mean, look at this right here. Creates some separation off the bounce. Does a nice job of creating space, and then she's telling the crowd, you ought to hush now. I made 3 out of 3, and every time she's looked over there,
She's got,
that's what you want in a rivalry, right?
yeah, he's got 9 of their 11 points. Commits her first foul. And towing the strike here for Ole Miss is Christine Iwala, the senior from San Antonio. Spent a couple of times at UCLA. Taking advantage of the playing time here. Already with 10 double-doubles on the season.
So LSU has hit some tough shots, right? And if you're Coach Yo, you're thinking, my defense has been pretty good. They just have made some plays. You expect them to make some plays. That's part of the reason why they lead the nation in scoring at just under 96 points a game. They're going to make plays. You just got to make it tough on them all night.
Yeah, she was reminding her team this afternoon, play relaxed. We're working with house money. They are the favorites. And we can embrace that underdog role. Now in her 8th season at Ole Miss, she told us today, her best team since she has been here. And they have a chance, and a really good one, to host first and second round action. And a chance for a 3-point play here for LSU and Zakiya Johnson.
Now this will get the ire of your coach, because they went through this at shoot around multiple times. This particular set that LSU likes to run, you cannot let anybody get that close of a catch at the rim on a baseline out of bounds play without some resistance. You're late and it's a foul.
LSU up by a touchdown, almost midway through this first quarter.
Michaela Williams drawing the assignment on Cotie McMahon.
McMahon using the screen to create some space, short on the shot. And it will stay this way, and I think Kim Mulkey wants to appeal that. Coaches can appeal who touched it last. Call on the floor is Ole Miss ball.
The call on the floor is Ole Miss basketball. LSU is appealing the ruling of the out of bounds.
They're going to take a closer look at it. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this. 5.5 to go here in the first quarter. 14-7 LSU. An appeal made by Kim Mulkey on this out of bounds play. Ruling is Ole Miss ball. Let's see what Brenda Pantoja says.
After review, the call on the floor stands. LSU will be charged a timeout as their appeal is unsuccessful.
So that's a charge timeout against LSU for losing the appeal. Mulkey's continuing to argue that a fan touched the ball, which would there have been a chance for LSU to make a play on it? Nobody was going for it. Interesting, you don't see that a whole lot. But we're back in action here in Oxford. Beth Bowens, Debbie Antonelli, Jess Sims with you on this Thursday primetime showdown. Winner gets sole possession of 4th place in the SEC. And Ole Miss right out of the timeout. Debbie tries to pound some paint. Cotie will clean it up from deep.
Cotie's 2 triples off offensive rebounds. Yes, that is the advantage for Ole Miss. They have got to use their size at the rim.
Johnson off the fake, hangs and hits in the lane. Seems like every shot has been a tough one for the Tigers, and yet they are shooting 75% to open up the game.
That's the freshman Zakiya Johnson. What a finish.
Richard trying to bother Thompson. McMahon looking for another 3. Flau'jae the only one around the rebound. On the run, Williams. LSU so good at that game. Getting go against an opponent that may be a little fatigued after having just played a couple of nights ago.
Anytime you switch sides of the floor in transition, you're automatically going to force a closeout or create space. Michaela Williams reads that skip so well.
Spinning inside, off glass is Lattimore. Comes in with 4 consecutive double-doubles on her resume.
She's had both baskets in the paint, and they have been nifty moves off the bounce.
Johnson fouled by Thompson. Stars are shining.
Watch how Cotie sets herself in the slot and knocks it down, and then skip one side, skip it back to the other, and you get it to the right three-point shooter in transition. That's the kind of pressure that LSU puts on you with their transition game. They put a lot of pressure on the rim. They don't have a back to the basket, low post score on the block. They've got other ways they put pressure on the rim, Beth. In transition, their cuts, their ability off the bounce.
And make the good decisions. Michaela Williams is a 43% three-point shooter, and Grace Knox using her size advantage and a shot at a three-point play.
This is just a nice pass inside. Again, baseline out of bounds plays. LSU scoop right into Grace Knox and a finish at the rim with a foul on a late play on the backside.
This is the other way that LSU gets there. They are number 1 in the country in free throw attempts, number 3 in the nation in free throws made, as MiLaysia Fulwiley checks in. So she and Knox are on the perimeter.
And you know who's taken the second most free throws? Ole Miss. 638 attempts, which is second to LSU.
Well, they're doing a much better job of attacking the rim coming out of that last timeout for Coach O.
Here you go, Lattimore playing with a lot of confidence. This is your 6'4" center who's doing a nice job off the bounce. Can create space, gets into the middle, and finishes at the rim. 3 for 3 in the paint for Lattimore. Well, except for she did miss that lob play, the very first play of the game, which Coach O did spend time running at shoot-around. They just didn't finish it.
She's got 7, McMahon with 6. At this end of the floor for LSU, they've scored the last 7 times they've had it. And they jinxed them.
Good post up right there.
Off the skip, into the lane, and a foul.
Exactly the way it's designed. Christina Walla is a left-handed player, so she catches it on this block. She can throw the skip over the top of the defense. And as soon as you catch it, it forces that closeout. That's what I'm talking about. Why do you think coaches throw skip passes so much? Because you're making the defense come out with a long closeout. And Ole Miss has players that can put it on the deck and get to the free throw line.
Ole Miss now 4 for 4.
This is the average number of free throws they make.
Both sides perfect here in the first from the line. Here's Fulwiley. MiLaysia on the drive. Scoop shot up and in. Big for her confidence. She's just 3 of her last 16 over the last couple of games.
She calls her own number, clears it out, and goes one-on-one.
Good face up, good strength. No finish. That won't go for Iwala. And Flau'jae down with an injury. McMahon drives the opposite end and lays it up and in. And Flau'jae Johnson was unable to complete the play. Athletic trainer out there quickly. Kim Mulkey, obviously some concern down there as well. She's off to a fantastic start, has not missed a shot, 9 points in 8 minutes. And rolls the left ankle.
Yeah, immediately goes down. 5-on-4 the other way. Oh, that doesn't look good, nor does that feel good. He's gonna head right back to the locker room.
So Jada Richard will come on here for Flau'jae, who heads down to the end of the bench. And now has gone back to the locker room. So Johnson out with a 5-point lead, approaching 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. And LSU turns it over.
Yeah. Denham in the passing lane, causing some problems. Denham to Shields. 3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions for LSU.
And immediately with that, she gets the freshman Bella Hines off the bench, the 2-time New Mexico Player of the Year. She said after the South Carolina game, Kim Mulkey did, Hines may get more minutes tonight. And Ole Miss will give it back. Fifth turnover, just the first turnover for the Rebels. Jador Young has come on now for Ole Miss.
Gonna go a little deeper into the bench early, based on the schedule that Ole Miss has played, as you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, they played Sunday and then again Tuesday, that rescheduled game. And of course, they have South Carolina coming up next Sunday.
Oh, now Lattimore's down.
Lattimore injured at the other end of the floor as McMahon hits a fadeaway, and there's another whistle for an injured player. And she's holding her right ankle.
It's February, Beth. Everybody's got a few dings and everybody gets a little fatigued, and you just hope nobody gets seriously hurt.
Looks like she sort of stepped on the back of Fulwiley's foot there.
Yeah, oh, that's painful too.
So both sides down an injured starter. Fulwiley. They got away with a walk there, and laying it up and in is Amaya Joyner. Coming off a season-high 34 minutes in the South Carolina game. Nearly had a double-double.
Well, as mentioned earlier, mostly Coach Mulkey plays 4 guards. They don't have a lot of size up front. Grace Knox has some size, but she can guard on the perimeter.
And an offensive foul going to be called on Poe as Bella Hines comes off the bench and takes a charge.
You gotta love a player that enjoys it, whatever minutes they get, and is productive with the minutes that Coach Mulkey gives her. She has been that.
That's the second foul on Poe, and already a short bench coming in tonight for Ole Miss.
And here comes Koval off the bench. Now this is their 6'5", back to the basket, low post player, transfer from Notre Dame.
Some folks wanted a foul. Fulwiley, the look away, off glass, offensive foul, and that is number 2 on MiLaysia.
MiLaysia has a habit of not playing off 2 feet when she drives to the hoop, and you know, you're going to the hoop, see, she's looking to make a play for herself. They like to clear it out for her because she's so explosive off the bounce, but Ole Miss talked about drawing charges today.
About a 3-second difference, shot and game clock here in the first quarter. DeShields will initiate. McMahon wants a touch. Feeds down low, rejected by Knox. The freshman elevates to make the defensive play and get a shot clock violation.
Watch Grace Knox come from the weak side, or from the strong side, and knock it from behind. Fulwiley didn't handle the pass cleanly, otherwise she would have been able to score quickly and gave Knox time.
2 seconds to work with. Caval with a catch, and they don't get it off. 26-21, LSU through the first.
She's been a glass half full person. This stretch has revealed her team's character and has also been working for them because they can't dwell on anything, Debbie and Bev. They got to get ready for the next game.
You got to play the next play. You got to get ready for the next opportunity. And what a big one it is for Ole Miss, getting a chance to take on LSU here.
Yeah, and then South Carolina on ESPN on Sunday. Huge week for this program and for Coach Yo. Offensive rebound, and the stick back is up and in from Iwala.
See, that's the versatility of Cotie McMahon. She can play the point, she can take herself down to the block and invert, and Iwala doing a great job on the glass.
Good news for LSU during that timeout. Flau'jae Johnson returned to the bench from the locker room after the ankle injury in the first quarter. And looks like she's itching to get back in there. Didn't miss a shot in the first quarter.
We saw her sprint across the floor during the break, so she looks like she's okay, and the trainer said she was good.
Good drive and dish off glass. And a big smile from Cotie McMahon. They all look the same on the stat sheet, nothing but net.
3 triples, 2 off offensive rebounds, this time off some penetration.
She's got 13 to lead all scorers. And all square after LSU led by as many as 10 early in this one. Michaela Williams responds with the pull-up J.
It is textbook beautiful.
From Bossier City, Louisiana, came in 17 points away from 1,500 in her career.
I love a shooter on the inside, pivot foot at the nail. Beautifully done.
Stripped away. LSU the other way with Hines pushing.
There's really only one pace for LSU, and that's fast.
They're going to get Knox on a moving screen.
Sometimes you just got it like that on the home floor. Right off the corner of the square. Take it. Score it.
McMahon already up to 13 points. She is smoking hot the last few weeks for Ole Miss. Already with big road wins against Vandy and Oklahoma, looking for a top 10 tonight.
Boy, LSU's guards really rebound. They're into the scoring area within 3 to 4 seconds of the shot clock.
Oh, and there's a Walla back out there as well for Ole Miss after her ankle injury. Amaya Joyner able to clean that up for LSU. That's Latasha Lattimore who's back out there, number 8 in white.
Look at the collapse on the post.
Stripped on the drive. And the left-hander up over the front of the rim for Iwala.
How about the toughness of Iwala? She can get great penetration to the rim with her back to the basket play.
Richard, that won't go. They'll stay with the Tigers. And here comes Flau'jae checking in.
I mean, Iwala makes a great post move right here, and then she gets the collapse of the D. Somehow finds the basketball to Lattimore. Look at all the traffic in the paint. That's when you got to make a play over the top of the D to the other side of the floor. When you get the defense all sucked in, you got 4 jerseys in the paint, somebody's open.
That's going to be a foul on Young, her first. So Flau'jae is back out there, 4 in purple. Three for 3 from the floor with a triple. Couple of free throws made for her in that first quarter. Hey, Sunday, the Women's College Game Day crew will be at Colonial Life Arena. Ole Miss will be there with third-ranked South Carolina. College Game Day starts your coverage at 11 a.m. Eastern, followed by Tennessee OU and Iowa State TCU. A terrific triple header coming your way. Tennessee lost to Texas A&M earlier tonight. Their struggles continue. And TCU, a big win yesterday to move into sole possession of first place in the Big 12 Conference as Texas Tech knocked off Baylor.
Flau'jae picks up her second. She's going to go to the bench.
So she and Fulwiley with 2 each here in the first half.
Sometimes coaches have the 2-foul rule, and I'm going to guess because of where the score is right now that Kim Mulkey is good with a few possessions with Flau'jae on the bench.
Projected as a 2 seed are the LSU Tigers. Ole Miss at a 4 right now. They made a big jump after their Tennessee win, according to Charlie Brackets. You were at the mock selection the other day, weren't you?
I was.
As the chair of the committee.
Yeah, they made me the chair. And they also told me I didn't have any decision-making power.
On the run, broken up by Richard. Takes care of a 2-on-1 for LSU. Hines forced it.
Yeah, 2 times the last 2, LSU has dribbled it up the floor and shot it. The ball never passes. That's what I'm saying. There's going to be more dribbles than passes tonight.
Need some better ball movement. McMahon. Good scramble to keep the ball alive for Ole Miss. Lattimore gets the bounce.
Good pass by Cotie McMahon. Good hustle by Denham DeShields, and I think she's getting a warning about the flop.
Williams would be the go-to right now for LSU, and she walks.
Cotie McMahon gets a piece of that. And then Lattimore on the baseline. Boy, she's got a pretty good face-up game.
I think that was all set up by the hustle of Tiana Thompson, who was the one that hit the deck to shove the ball over to a teammate. Ole Miss has not led since 40 seconds into the ball game. Trailed by as many as 10. In search of their first home win over LSU since 2015.
Looking for the high-low option first, and LSU really sagging in the paint. Neither one of these teams shoot a lot of threes.
Nice play by Joyner to smack it away from DeShields. And that's going to be a push-off on Bella Hines. Her first. Extended the arm.
Right in front of the official.
Yeah. So another chance for the Rebels to jump in front. Lattimore, 15-footer, no.
Can't get the ball if the ball gets sticky here. You got to move it.
Ole Miss defense showing up in this quarter. LSU just 2 for 7.
Good D right here by DeShields.
after they shot 77% in the first quarter. Shot clock's at 5. Williams has to go to work, blocked. Poe was there. Place is ready to explode. Spinning in the lane, way off on the shot from Iwala. That's 3 chances where they've come up empty.
Good duck in.
Joyner, double comes and she walks with it. Under 4 to go. All square in Oxford. You ladies looking for updates from around the country? We are all even here at under 4 to go. Big night in the SIP. The football team's here cheering on the women's basketball team. And look who else is in the house at the invitation of Coach Yo. Stephen A. Smith is here, sitting courtside, enjoying the action. Stephen made some comments about Oxford, Debbie, during the football season the locals didn't take kindly to, and so they've been after him to come down to experience it firsthand, and he has accepted their invitation. He's courtside tonight, enjoying the action.
Now, the community didn't like it. Coach Yo went on the show. She straightened him out and then invited him.
It has been a great atmosphere tonight. And Ole Miss is in front for the first time since the first minute of the game. Foul trouble, a major concern for LSU. MiLaysia Fulwiley and Flau'jae Johnson have played a combined 11 minutes. That's it. Shot clock winding down, and LSU doesn't recognize.
Watch this execution, Beth. What a terrific job off the ATO. The ball's going to go baseline right here. The screen is here. Then they're going to rescreen. There's going to be a fill behind. This is what we call America's play. Here comes the fill behind the screen, the rescreen, penetrate, fill behind, rescreen, America's play, 3-point basket.
4 threes for Ole Miss already, and Hines off the steal misses the layup. Fulwiley, who just checked back in, is fouled underneath. That'll be on Thompson. That's her second. So Fulwiley will inbound, playing with the 2 fouls.
Well, you got 6'4" with a 6'10" wingspan on Fulwiley.
MiLaysia fouled on the drive. That is the 3rd foul on Debrecia Poe. And Ole Miss is going to keep her out there. Inbound Koval wide open.
It looked like Ole Miss was showing zone on the baseline out of bounds that time. That is the 2nd time that LSU has inbounded the ball on the opposite side of the basket for 2 points. That's not going to look good on film tomorrow.
No. McMahon, been kind of quiet so far in the second quarter, feeds Lattimore. Another missed layup for Ole Miss. Looking to feed Koval. It's a scrap for the loose ball. McMahon will push to the right side for the lay-in. 15 for Cotie.
When she's going full speed, just get out of the way.
Richard, pull up, got it.
Now you get to the nail off a ball screen without a pass, you shoot that. Every player in D1 should be at least 65 to 75% from the nail.
McMahon working that screen. Nice step through, up and in. The football team on their feet courtside and 1.
First it's the steal and the downhill push. Get out of the way. And then watch right here, attack and drop coverage. Can't stay with her. to the rim. Cotie McMahon is got it all going right here in the first half.
Coming off a 39-point night on Tuesday against Tennessee, her career high, and she already has 17, looking for 18 in the first half.
Well, think about the way Tennessee and LSU play in one similar way. It is fast and it's up-tempo. Okay, Tennessee will full court press, it opens up the floor, and Cotie McMahon has the skill, the handle, and the determination to put up a big number.
LSU scored 26 in the first quarter, the most Ole Miss has allowed all season. But in the second quarter, they are holding them to just 9 points. Joyner tracks down the miss. Another chance for Williams. This time she'll attack. Tried the behind the back, and the pass is picked off. Push the other way. Up and in from Caitlin Peterson. Final minute of the first half. Fulwiley rejected by Lattimore.
Come on in here with my 6'10 wingspan at the rim. Great help, great timing.
Joyner spins into a double team. It's knocked loose. Fulwiley has it and is able to clean it up.
She is so quick off her feet. Her jump is quick.
4
And
points,
high.
a couple rebounds. Shot clock is off. DeShields.
I'm surprised Cotie McMahon doesn't have the ball right here. They're going floppy action.
She's isolated on this side, does not get a touch. And beating the buzzer for second chance points, Jador Young. Right there for the O board as Ole Miss dominates the second quarter. Doubling up LSU.
Multiple positions. Her WNBA stock has gone way up in her time here at Ole Miss.
She's a power point. She's moved from power forward to wing to shooter to point guard, doing a little bit of everything for Ole Miss as they look for the upset win here at home against LSU. And our first half stats brought to you by Vicks as we send it over to Jess Sims.
I caught up with LSU's coach Mulkey as she was coming out of the locker room, and she said, listen, we got to take care of the ball. They got 23 points scored off turnovers and second chance points. She also said when it comes to Cotie McMahon, Cotie's going to do what Cotie's going to do, but what we can't let happen is let other players do what they're going to do. We got to be more physical, and we got to be tougher. She also said Flau'jae says she's good to go, but we are going to see here in a second.
All right, thank you, Jess. 11 points off of turnovers for Ole Miss, so it may not have just been the 2 fouls, Debbie. Flau'jae did turn her ankle in that first quarter. But it was a world of difference for LSU when she was not in the game. And for Coach Yo, outstanding not just from McMahon with 18, but Latasha Lattimore had 10. And they were the 2 key cogs as Ole Miss started to work it inside out after falling behind double digits early in this one. Just 7 minutes and 52 seconds on the floor for Flau'jae after she injured the ankle and then came back into the game and picked up a second foul. So both she and Fulwiley limited minutes. And MiLaysia will start out the second half with a bucket.
You need to get her the ball in space and let her create. That's what LSU just did coming out of the locker room.
Lattimore lost it, got it back, finds a teammate inside, and it's Christine Iwala.
Also, Denham getting the start, Beth. She played a terrific job, Denham DeShields, on the defensive end.
After Tennessee's upset loss by A&M earlier tonight, these two teams tied for 4th place in the SEC. So the winner gets sole possession, and the head-to-head tiebreak if it comes to that to get a double bye in the SEC tournament. Right now, South Carolina up a game and a half on Vanderbilt, up 2 games on Texas, and up 3 games on both these guys with just 3 games to go. Ole Miss would love to have some momentum going into South Carolina on Sunday because there is a clinching scenario for South Carolina to win a share of the SEC. As you check out the updated standings, 3.3 on the shot clock here for LSU. Flau'jae will inbound. Joyner, gotta go.
You got to know there's 3 seconds.
Oh, and was there a foul with time still on the shot clock? There is a whistle.
I don't see how that there's any time on the shot clock for that. It's not a shooting foul. Yeah, they're going to clear it up. Yeah, this Brenda Pantoja is going to come in and take a look and see if the shot clock expired before the foul was committed.
Brenda is with Brandon Enterline and Teresa Stuck. Looks like there'll be a media timeout as well. We'll take it with them. Be back in a moment.
On Ole Miss, number 12. It will be LSU's ball on the end line with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
So they are confirming a foul on the end line.
So what the officials will tell you, Beth, is it's when they see it before they blow it. So Teresa Stuck is the official on the baseline, and you can see the clock is expired, and now her hand is going up. She claims she saw the foul before she was able to react and blow the whistle. I don't know. I think it's a shot clock violation before it's a foul. And you know what? I'd rather have the shot clock or any violation before any foul.
So it will be a foul on Iwala. Her second, and it's a fresh 20 for LSU.
It could be a huge swing right here and a big break for LSU.
Wraparound pass for Richard, and then the wrap layup for Joyner.
LSU looks like they're showing some zone. This will slow down the tempo of the game.
Ole Miss recognizing and resetting.
Got to know where Cotie McMahon is.
Working it inside to Iwala, and they're using their 6'3" advantage.
Too easy.
Fulwiley.
Good D by McMahon.
Oh, that was a pass to no one in particular. Cotie turnover.
She just stood her right up.
SEC Network Women's Hoops on Sunday. Got a double dip for you. Texas, Mississippi State, LSU, Missouri. That's Sunday on SEC Network. Right now, Texas, one of the #1 seeds, along with South Carolina, UCLA, and UConn.
Let's see if LSU provides a little more resistance, or you get the person that you want taking shots. That's what the defense did right there.
Flau'jae will pull up on the break and rattles in her first basket since the 6:30 mark of the first quarter. And she stays perfect. She's 4 of 4 from the floor.
She looked pretty good to me on that move, too, on that ankle.
Ankle seemed to be okay. Turned the left ankle in the first quarter tonight.
See, look at everybody's hands down for LSU. No hands up in the zone. Good dig by MiLaysia Fulwiley.
Gets the takeaway. Richard on the run. Tipped, no good. Fulwiley a third chance, and that won't go in a foul.
Look at Flau'jae motoring up the floor. Gets to the elbow. Nobody stops the basketball. If you allow LSU to drive all the way into the scoring area and transition without any resistance, they're going to make plays.
And they're making the hustle plays right now as Fulwiley will step to the line. 78% on the season.
That was a really good follow by MiLaysia.
That was the third personal on Tiana Thompson for Ole Miss. LSU now 6 of 7 from 8 from the line.
Another possession of zone. Coach Mulkey saving something for the second half. We didn't see any of this in the first.
It's got Ole Miss a little rattled so far.
It's just got them slowed down, making them think, making them hesitate.
And whip it around the perimeter. 3 ball is good. Thompson drills it.
A 40% three-point shooter for Ole Miss. If you're going to play that zone, you better be able to know personnel. She was wide open. Look at Joyner posting up.
Help comes and a foul on the reach on Iwala.
Watch this ball movement right here. You go inside, you get the skip across, and Cotie McMahon stays composed right here. 10 on the shot clock. Doesn't use the ball screen. Swing, swing, bucket, Ole Miss.
And now the foul starting to rack up a bit here for Ole Miss. Flau'jae tripped up on the drive.
Boy, that was a good switch by McMahon.
That'll be the second on Cotie.
Coach Yo didn't like it.
Already their 4th team foul of this third quarter. Fulwiley gets into the lane, missed the layup, tipped back out. Flau'jae tracks it down, taken away by Ole Miss. Another big hustle play for Thompson, and rejected by Knox, her second of the night. And there to finish it up is Iwala again. Flau'jae rounded out her first miss.
Boy, Iwala is really running the middle of the floor and rebounding.
McMahon.
Oh,
And a
they're going to have
foul
to take a
on
look at that.
Knox.
They're going to have to take a look
And
at
a
that.
technical foul has been called on Knox
Yeah,
for the post-play taunt.
They're going to look at this one. That's an airborne shooter. Is it a play on the ball? Will they upgrade it?
And Coach Yo is hot at Grace Knox. They're going to look at that foul, but then after the play, a technical for the taunt.
Right.
And the freshman right there in front of the official.
The call on the
That was
floor
an
is a
easy
defensive
take.
foul on number 2 for LSU. Following the defensive foul, there's a technical foul on number 2 for LSU for unsportsmanlike
We'll
behavior.
get it sorted out. Be
The
back
play is
in a
under
moment.
review to see that the first foul meets the criteria of a flagrant foul.
A pivotal moment in this matchup with 5:35 to go in the third. A foul committed by Grace Knox and then a technical foul called on Grace. Let's see if there's a potential upgrade here.
After review,
There is not
the
an
common
upgrade.
foul has been confirmed. We do not have any wind-up impact or follow-through on the play. We will have 2 shots for the common foul, followed by 2 shots by anyone to shoot the technical foul, and Ole Miss will retain possession of the ball at the division line with 30 seconds on the shot clock.
So that ends up being fouls number 3 and 4 on Grace Knox as we take another look. So 2 free throws followed by 2 more free throws and then possession. Anybody can take these next 2 for the Tech. More of Cotie. Knox continues with a defiant tone as the students have been raining down their thoughts. So now possession for Ole Miss. So she makes 3, chance for a 6 or a 7-point swing.
LSU staying in the zone.
3 on the way. 6 unanswered off of the foul and the technical foul. And an 11-0 Ole Miss run. Fulwiley keeping the dribble alive. Johnson defended by McMahon. Gets in the lane. And a little too hard. McMahon had it knocked loose by Richard.
This is back-to-back threes for Thompson in the zone. Uncontested. Wide open. What a swing for Ole Miss.
They average 5 threes a night. They've already hit 6, crashing the offensive glass.
Christina Walla has been fantastic on the glass.
Flau'jae taking it all the way and draws the foul. And that's the 4th foul on Thompson. Hey, women's college basketball coming your way Sunday with College Game Day. Headed to South Carolina. The Gamecocks will be hosting these Ole Miss Rebels, trying to inch closer to an SEC regular season title. Part of a triple header with Tennessee OU and then Iowa State TCU. Terrific Sunday lineup for you on ESPN.
Look for some pressure here by LSU. I thought they might pick up a little bit to try to speed the game back up because this zone has slowed the game. Now they're back in man. But the zone slowed the game down a little bit. Now they got to speed it back up.
It's a 23-point swing from LSU's 10-point lead to a 13-point deficit at one time just a minute ago.
You got to really guard the ball right now.
Shot clock's winding down. Good D by Joyner, and here comes LSU.
Oh, she double dribbled.
Double dribble on Fulwiley. Behind the back pass. Took Richard off of her step. MiLaysia for 3. Got it.
That's a tough one right there. She double dribbled right there in midcourt. That's how quick she is.
McMahon spins. Good bother that time by Fulwiley defensively. And will be called for the turnover.
Fulwiley was calling for the ball the whole way up the floor. Now watch right here in the middle. Oh, that's double dribble. You couldn't see behind Lattimore.
Well, the turnover's an issue in her game. Three and a half to go in the third.
Lattimore's been kind of quiet, Beth.
Good help by Joyner. 2-on-1. Fulwiley from Flau'jae for the lay-in.
Nice dime. That's the speed that LSU has to play with. They've got to increase the number of possessions.
6 straight for LSU.
They've already cut it to 7. Oh, wow. There's a lot of holding going on down there.
Yeah, and they will get a foul on Richard.
You got to blow the whistle the first time. Look at the transition game. This is what LSU does. D to a bucket on the other end. They quickly strike with their D.
Inbound to picked off. Ole Miss showing some signs of fatigue. Flau'jae for three. And now Cotie will slow it down.
This is where Cotie has grown as a point guard, right? On top of the floor, managing tempo.
She played almost every minute tonight. And there she is with the post up and blocked by a couple and off of McMahon to LSU. Let's see if she's the last to touch it here. And I think an appeal is coming from Ole Miss.
Well, this is a good stoppage for
The ball on the floor
LSU
is
because
LSU
it gives them,
basketball. Ole Miss is appealing the ruling.
it gives them a chance to regroup, like a timeout. You gotta have to have conclusive evidence here to overturn.
Let's see if she pushes it here with her right hand after it gets blocked. That's going to be tough to overturn from that angle. Here's another one.
You know, it looks like the direction of the ball that, because she's trying to shoot it and they're trying to keep it from going that way, that it goes the direction of
I mean, they
being
block
off of Cotie.
They block it right back down into her arm. It's been a struggle for Cotie in this third quarter. 0 for 3.
After review, the call has been confirmed. White 32, right hand is in contact with the ball prior to it going out of bounds. It will be LSU's ball on the end line with 30 seconds on the shot clock. Ole Miss will be charged a 30-second timeout.
So both sides have lost an appeal and lost a timeout already tonight. LSU's defense, since the free throws off of the technical foul, have gotten 6 straight stops and have scored 6 unanswered. LSU, a projected 2 seed right now, but with a strong finish, a 1 seed is not out of reach. And for Ole Miss on that host bubble, they want to secure their current number 4 seed, and they force the turnover here.
Get a 5-second call off of a timeout. Got to make the easy play here.
Iwala calling for it, pitches it back out. Off the bounce, floater is short. Joyner secures it, her 7th rebound.
McMahon with only 3 points here in the second half.
Ole Miss has missed 7 shots in a row. Fulwiley, 3, in and out. Offensive rebound, Johnson, short, and there's Lattimore. McMahon spins into the lane, and that'll break the seal here in the third quarter for Cotie.
That was nasty.
Spectacular move.
And here comes the crowd back again. What a game.
She's got 23. Fulwiley to Johnson.
I think the zone by LSU helped Ole Miss catch their breath also. Cotie McMahon getting off the ball right now. It's not like she's resting, but at least it's taking some pressure off her a little bit to have to handle every time up the floor.
Final minute of this third quarter. Looking for a touch in the paint. Good defense from LSU. McMahon from the corner, off the side of the window.
Yeah, that's a fatigue play.
Yep. Here comes Fulwiley, steps to the right side, and a trip to the line coming.
What a move. Are you kidding me? The spin cycle. Well done. Just finished saying she only had 3 points in the second half. Yeah, she's getting a break right here. She needs it. Coach O needs her down the stretch.
Continues to make the big plays. And now Fulwiley. She's got 13. Go along with 5 rebounds to lead the way here for LSU. Managing the clock here late in this third quarter. Corner 3, got it. Dabrisha Poe, a 27% shooter, nails it. Fulwiley splits the defenders, scoops it up and in.
What a move.
Final seconds. And Ole Miss wins that third quarter, and they have the 63-54 lead with 10 minutes to go in Oxford. McMahon with the sweet spin to lay it in, and then the triple from the corner for the... It's time for Own the Dream, brought to you by Rocket Mortgage.
The 3 ball's working for Ole Miss. 7 triples in the game. And then their 3-point shooting sets up some open driving lanes. Great balance inside out for Ole Miss here in the second half, led behind the play of Cotie McMahon. 23 points on 18 shots. She's got 3 triples and she's 4 for 5 from the line.
Big moment in that third quarter was the foul committed by Grace Knox, and then she followed that up with a technical foul. Ole Miss got 6 points off of the free throws and a triple. Winner gets sole possession of 4th place in the SEC.
That's a tough angle to make that pass.
And would be front runners for a double bye at the SEC tournament. Both playing for what they hope will be higher seeds from the NCAA selection committee with a big win here.
Kim Mulkey told us today at shoot around, the league is the toughest it's ever been for her in her 5 years. That this, every night is a battle. And the number of teams right now projected by Charlie Crean to get into the NCAA is 11.
That would include a couple of 1 seeds, a couple of 2 seeds. And there's a look at Charlie's latest bracketology. If you're a 4 seed or better, you're a host for the first and second round. Huge for the home crowds. Student section has been phenomenal tonight. All the pink out. This is their Play for K game. Fulwiley will check out. Hines is on. Flau'jae will inbound. She hit her first 3 shots, just 1 for 4 since. She turned her ankle in the first half, got into some foul trouble in the first half. Can they get her reestablished here in the fourth quarter? Richard will pull up. A lot of quick shots from LSU. McMahon trying to back in on a defender.
And Coach O pleading for a foul right there. So far, Cotie McMahon has drawn 5 fouls in the game. But Beth, coming into this game in the last 3, she's drawn 26 personal fouls on the defense. That's a lot. That's a lot of free throws. That's a lot of putting pressure on the other team.
Young kicks it back out. And now Cotie's looking for a screen. Fadeaway won't go. Lattimore, offensive rebound and a foul.
Lattimore has had a fantastic game. She started out the game around the rim, scoring in the paint, providing a presence with her face-up game, with her size.
Lattimore and Awala have been terrific supporting McMahon tonight.
And even Young got a basket at the end of the half, which was a big deal. So their post play has come ready to go. Coach O's got good balance. She ought to feel good about her team in this stretch, and she says she has felt good about the way her team has played.
What a Saturday hoop spectacular for you on the men's side. How about numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, Debbie?
Yes.
Arizona, Houston, and Michigan Duke gets underway Saturday at 3 Eastern on ABC. Michigan at 25-1, their best start ever.
Dusty May's done a great job at Michigan, and Duke is on top of the ACC right now, stepping out of league play.
Really good freshman playing this weekend. Class terrific.
Kingston Flemings at Houston, great freshman, and of course Cam Boozer at Duke, candidate for National Player of the Year.
Can LSU dig deep? In trouble here on the road. Staring down a second straight loss, and Flau'jae responds for 3.
Both these teams battle-tested right here in the SEC. It's been tough.
Lattimore?
Probably not the right shot. But look at Awala. What a rebound in traffic. Two-handed rebound. Flau'jae playing behind the screen. Joyner has done an excellent job setting some screens to free up shooters tonight. And then look at this rebound out of her area, not above her head. Gets 2 hands on it.
Hines drops it off for Joyner inside. So good when they're on the run. And it's back to a 2-possession game.
Most of the night, LSU's had their heels on the three-point line. And again, McMahon drawing a foul. You got to establish legal guarding position for there to be a charge. Coach Mulkey feels like it should have been a charge.
Instead, it's the first on Bella Hines. LSU, what's at stake for them? A 5th SEC loss would be the most in the Mulkey tenure. And for Ole Miss, after they upset LSU on the road last weekend, trying to make it 2 years in a row. Flau'jae. Blocked down on the baseline by Lattimore.
What a play by Lattimore. I'm telling you, the front line for Ole Miss was their advantage coming into the game. And they have used it to exploit some matchups that they've been able to take advantage of. But Lattimore, I wouldn't call them a shot blocking team, but boy, she has a presence at the rim.
They both have 7, these two teams tonight. Hines can't connect. Koval offensive rebound. Missed the first and the second, and Ole Miss comes away with it.
Now Ole Miss will take a little time.
Let those digits run off. Under 7 to go.
Yeah, if you're going to run that floppy action over the top with that Iverson, you got to make sure you get to that side of the floor so you can make that play. That's a great misdirection, especially when the defense is playing over the top. If you can complete that pass, you can rip it to the rim.
feel the intensity really picking up as well here in this fourth quarter. Ole Miss looking for their first bucket. Have to heave it up to try and beat the shot clock, and a foul on Joyner with 1 second left.
Oh my goodness, that's a huge mistake for LSU. First of all, you don't want to foul the jump shooter. But that was a contested, that was a shot that you had a player that wasn't Cotie McMahon taking the shot. You got better discipline than that.
So free throws coming here for Ole Miss. And Denham DeShields hits the first. 15 for 17 from the line for Ole Miss.
I think Denham DeShields has played her role very well tonight. She's given Coach Yo a good spark defensively, and she's a 1,000-point scorer coming off the bench.
A top 10 win over Oklahoma, a top 10 win over Vanderbilt. Looking for a third one to put on the resume tonight for Ole Miss. Fulwiley trying to prevent that from happening.
Everybody lifted above the free throw line. A great take and read by Fulwiley. No help on the weak side.
She's got 18 to lead the way for LSU.
It's all about attacking closeouts.
McMahon steps underneath. Gets her own miss, muscles it up, no. Nice tip, Joyner to Fulwiley, and here comes Flau'jae. Steps through, off the front of the rim.
Boy, Cotie McMahon has been impressive all game. A converted point guard. Fighting for extra possessions right here through fatigue.
Off the bounce, Koval with the 8th block tonight for LSU.
Neither one of these teams really plays back to the basket, but they can both put pressure on the rim with their dribble penetration, and we've seen that tonight.
5:34 to go. We'll take the break. Be back in a moment. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Indeed. Your new personal career coach is here. Try Indeed Career Scout. Back in 2015, that's the last time Ole Miss beat LSU here in Oxford. Led by Gracie Frizzell and Erica Siss. They rallied from a double-digit deficit, then partied on press row, and guess what? They have rallied from a double-digit deficit in the first half tonight. And they have the 69-61 advantage, trying to take over sole possession of 4th place in the SEC.
This game's had a little bit of everything. We've had injuries, the players that have come back. We've had double-digit leads on both sides disappear.
And technical foul.
We've been able to stay out of foul trouble for the most part.
On the inbound, Koval has the rebound, and LSU will look to chip away. Flau'jae big in the first quarter. Can she do it in the fourth? Nice drop-off pass and a foul inside. And they're going to get a block on Ole Miss. Let's take a look at Flau'jae Johnson, a former McDonald's All-American. Last year, All-SEC first-teamer, 15 points tonight.
This is the 50th anniversary of the All-American team that will be honored this year. Also, I want to say about Flau'jae, she's wearing the KL Cancer Fund patch as a servant leader. She has donated $15,000 of her own money to the KL Cancer Fund. There's no other student athlete that has ever done that before. She has an incredible team around her with her foundation and all her businesses. And she has the heart of a champion in many different ways. She's an impressive young woman who's had a great game. and has done a lot to serve her community.
Jess? Here's Richard at the line. And LSU back to a 2-possession game. 5 minutes to go.
Good steal.
Fulwiley got it.
LSU's got second life right here. 2-possession game.
Spinning, Lattimore in traffic. Second chance, that won't go. LSU will push again. Flau'jae, Fulwiley. Two-point game.
It's the LSU defense. Tips, deflections, and then trying to guard the ball one-on-one for Ole Miss.
Rebels do not have a basket yet. In the fourth quarter, they're 0 for 10. And they force that one. Chance for LSU to tie or take the lead. Richard pull-up rattles it in. 10-0 run for the Tigers.
Coach Joe's going to have to use a timeout. And remember, she lost an appeal earlier. Has one less timeout to deal with. What a game, Beth. 3.5 to go here in Oxford. It's the team speed after their D, and look at the drop-off by Flau'jae to MiLaysia. This is just a great job by Richard pulling up at the elbow and knocking down a mid-range jumper. It's the defense for LSU, the disruption, dictating, helping, collapsing, knowing personnel, all the things, high hands.
Winning the fourth quarter 15-6, all the Ole Miss points from the free throw line. And Fulwiley got a piece of it. And it's another missed layup. 0 for 13 in the fourth quarter. And here's MiLaysia for the lead.
Well, the guards are incredible rebounders for LSU. And their ability to rebound gets them in their transition quickly. Their conversion speed as a team is outstanding.
What a comeback for LSU here in the fourth quarter. And this free throw to tie her career high of 24 points as LSU jumps in front. 12-0 run. Monster second half, 24 points now for Fulwiley.
And Kim Mulkey puts her in the starting lineup in the second half, and the first couple of plays, she scored off the bounce, and it really set her up for this second half. One of 6 different players that can get 20 for LSU.
They have held McMahon to just 2 points, 2 free throws in the quarter. Here's Cotie with Fulwiley defending.
This is where you gotta have really good execution.
Lattimore attacks, drops it off, and a foul on the floor. Under 3 to play, McMahon will inbound.
Cotie McMahon's got to really toughen up right here, you know, because she can't let fatigue win. Her shots have been short. She's faded away. She's got to get all the way to the rim and finish through contact.
Double comes. They force her to give it up. Lattimore, in and out. Extraordinary. Now 0 for 14 in the fourth quarter. And Mulkey says, Flau'jae, let's bring it back out. And Flau'jae will draw the foul.
Free throws, Beth. Free throws in the second half.
LSU is 13 of 16 now in the game. Flau'jae's 3 of 4.
Both teams shot over 50% in the first half. Ole Miss is now down to 37%.
Don't forget, coming up on SportsCenter, great news for the U.S. women at the Olympics. All that and more on SportsCenter coming up next. 3-point LSU lead. Richard defending on the drive. Koval comes to help. Iwala, the stick back, and a foul.
You got to have the right people if you're Ole Miss taking shots, and Iwala is there to clean it up. What an incredible job she's done on the glass. They've got her for 7 rebounds. It feels like she's had a lot more than that.
That is the 4th foul on Flau'jae with 1:58 to go. And Iwala to the line. All of their points in the fourth quarter, 6 for 6 at the free throw line.
You got to be expecting some pressure here if you're LSU. Ole Miss hasn't trapped in the backcourt yet.
Missed the second one. Flau'jae will take it the distance and lay it up and in. She's got 18. 2-possession game.
Everything off the bounce.
Always another defender to come over to help out for LSU. They dig it out of there. Flau'jae on the run, knocked out of bounds. We're right behind Kim Mulkey. She keeps trying to put the brakes on, and they only know one speed.
One speed. Here it is, right here. Tilting the floor, which means they just run to the rim. They put pressure on your transition defense. Iwala's the only one back. You got to pick up the ball much earlier.
Outscoring Ole Miss 20-7 in this fourth quarter. And LSU will call a timeout. Mulkey will have a couple left.
The dish. And MiLaysia Fulwiley has been fantastic here in the second half. Remember, she's second in the league in steals, and she's had a lot of tips and deflections. LSU's tip deflection numbers got to be high tonight.
Yeah.
Very disruptive.
20 fast break points now, and they have dominated in this fourth quarter. Ole Miss is 0 for 15 from the floor. They once led by 13, and then Fulwiley led the charge to make it all go away. So Kim calls the timeout there with possession and 1:24 to go.
You know, Ole Miss did work on some traps in shoot-around today. They were working on some different defensive looks they haven't shown. But if you play really good defense right here and you get a stop, you got to worry about what you're doing on the offensive end. Iwala has been their most consistent on the glass.
Yep.
And I've run something to get Cotie McMahon going right with her right hand at the basket. She's carried a heavy load for them.
She has just 2 points, both free throws in this fourth quarter. 25 on the night. And let's see what the out of timeout, out of bounds play is for LSU. Richard comes to take charge. Fulwiley weaving her way inside, hits the bottom of the rim. Koval ping-ponging around, and Ole Miss has it.
Fulwiley always drives into traffic.
1 minute to go, and McMahon will head back to the line.
This is what you appreciate and you respect about Cotie McMahon. She knows she has to make the plays right now. That's why she's trying to get to the line here. This is a smart play.
And that is the 5th personal foul on Flau'jae Johnson. Her first DQ of the season. And she departs with 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. These late game free throws, just critical. Misses them both. Fulwiley doesn't slow it down, takes it to the rim and lays it in.
That's her move.
And a foul inside.
Watch this. This is the signature right here. Over the top. Wow, that is well done by MiLaysia Fulwiley.
It has been remarkable watching Mulkey go from slow it down, frustrated, to okay, nice shot,
yes.
Nice shot.
Or stop fouling.
And it's happened frequently here in the fourth, and the free throws just crushing right now for Ole Miss.
It's been an issue in late game situations recently. There's been a lot of missed free throws inside a minute.
Out of bounds to Ole Miss, still a 2-possession game.
Here comes, or they gotta get it to Cotie right here. Like, get it off a screen. Here she comes.
3 ball on the way, no.
No, that's not it.
Koval's got it.
Timeout to advance the ball. Did she dribble it?
They passed it. Can't advance it.
You know what, though? It's okay because LSU can use their foot speed in the full court. It does give, in the backcourt, it does give Ole Miss a chance to run and jump, trap, do something here to see if they can get a steal.
Here's your updated standings. Tennessee, stunning defeat today to Texas A&M. Big win for the Aggies. So the winner of this game, sole possession of 4th place with the head-to-head tiebreak. And just a game behind Texas and Vanderbilt. South Carolina in the driver's seat right now. After their win, they will play Ole Miss on Sunday in Columbia with College Game Day in the house.
Both teams with 1 timeout.
And the quick foul will get Richard to the line.
Line up like an offensive line right there to try to inbound the ball. And look at this right here. This is telling, right, Beth?
That's a stunner.
0 for 16.
And the free throw struggles in this 4th quarter down the stretch. So Richard to the line. What is that, 6 missed free throws in this second half? Most of them here just in the last few minutes. Missed 5 in the fourth quarter, and now Richard. Different story at this end for LSU.
What a swing by Kim Mulkey's team. On the road, hostile environment. They've outscored Ole Miss 24-7 in the fourth quarter.
As they try and bounce back from the tough loss to South Carolina, they finish up with Missouri, Tennessee, and then a roadie at Mississippi State. Just 3 games left on the slate. And then, of course, that SEC tournament is just going to be outrageous.
Ole Miss is 9 for 26 on layups.
Tough to pull off the upset that way. So LSU in the latest brackets, their net is 5. They'll pick up another quad 1 win if they can do it here. Projected as a 2 seed, but certainly a 1 seed not out of reach, depending on what happens in the SEC tournament.
Coach Mulkey just, we knew she would talk to us if we were sitting here, and she did. She just had a few words for me, wanted to make sure no one else could hear what she had to say. I said no one else could hear. And it's motivational and inspiring, I can tell you that.
Okay.
It's motivational.
You don't have to give it to us verbatim, but...
Well, you know, the eye test, the observable component is one of the 12.
The observable component.
Yes. The eye test looks pretty good here for LSU.
And they're going to run that clock down. And this is a huge comeback win for LSU, denying Ole Miss a fourth quarter basket. Fulwiley, no. Koval's second chance. Held ball, and the arrow will go to Ole Miss with 2 seconds left. Big gut check on the road for the Tigers tonight. And they rally to win it, outscoring Ole Miss 24-7 in the fourth quarter, 78-70 your final. And that's their best comeback win of the season. Fulwiley, a career-high 26 tonight. Flau'jae with 18. And they rally to take down Ole Miss to take over sole possession of 4th place in the league. For our entire crew, Jess Sims, Debbie Antonelli, and Beth Mullins, thanks for joining us. SportsCenter is next.